Hello, Sudoku friends, and welcome to this New York Times Hard Sudoku puzzle. Today is the 25th of March, 2024. We'll get started right away. And I think we'll get started with a nice pair of 7 and 8 that must go here. We have a 7 and 8 blocking here. We have a 7 blocking here. And we have an 8 blocking down here and across here. So one of these is an 8 blocking down. So 7 and 8 here. And while we are speaking of the 8s, this 8 blocks across, so does this blocks down. So we have an 8 here. But back to these, they are 7 and an 8. And since we have a 4 blocking here, and these are 7, 8, we have only one square left that can be a 4 in this column, and that's here. These 4s block across. This 4 blocks down, so here's another 4. And I think that's it for the 4s for now. 2 blocks up. 2 goes here or here. 7 goes here or here. 8. We got 7 and 8 in 2 of these squares. Also 7 here or here. 8 here or here. 9 here or here. I think that's all I can spot quickly. We got 1s here or here, though. Is that helpful or not? 1 blocks over here, 1 blocks up here. One of these is a 1. 1 blocks over here. So one of these is going to be a 1. 2, 3, 5, 7. 5, 7. This is a 2 or a 3. And that's as far as we can take those. No, it's not. This must be a 3. And here's why. 2, 3, 5, 7, right? 2, 7, 5 block here. So this is a 3, in fact. I almost misspoke. Now, look here. We have a 3 blocking over and down. So we have a 3 blocking across here. And we have a 3 blocking across here. We have a 3 blocking up here. So this must be a 3. Nice. Because now we have these 2 3s blocking here, and we have this 3 blocking here. So this has got to be a 3. Which blocks across here? This 3 blocks across here. This 3 blocks up here. Here's a 3. Any more 3 happiness? No, not really. We don't. No, we know one of these is a 3 because these are 7, 8, and the 3 blocks down and over. So 3 here or here, and also 3 here or here. And that's it, I think, for the 3s. Let's move on and see what else we can find. How about a 2 for this square? The 2 blocks up here, there's 2 blocks across here. Here's a 2. Now we're going to have a 2 here or here. Why do we only have 1 5 in the grid? Well, it is what it is. But we did find the 7 8 pair here, and therefore we know that this has got to be a 1. And now a 5 9 and a 6 here. 5 9 6. Nothing I can do about it. But now I want to look closely at these 3 squares, because we know that one of these had to be a 3. Look at the 2 3s blocking down. We have this 9 blocking across and down. We know that one of these also has got to be a 9. So a 3 and a 9 here somewhere. And we know one of these must be a 2 because there's 2 blocks here, right? So 3, 9, and 2. You still need to look for 1, 5, and a 6. 5, 1. I'm not really seeing it. Nice try. but I don't think I can calculate that at the moment. But at least we know that one of these must be a 9, and that we are going to look for a 9 either here or here later on. I think I've spotted something in this row here. It's not very obvious, so I will take some time explaining what I'm seeing. I'm seeing a 1 blocking here and a 1 blocking here. So one of these is a 1. Agreed? That means that this can't be a 1. So this can only be a 2 or a 6. Is that not true? It's a 2 or a 6. And now I want to look at these squares here. For the entire block here of 4 squares, we need to find a 2, 5, 6, and a 7. We have a 7 blocking here, so these squares must be a 2, 5, 6. And this is a 2, 6. So we have another word for this, and that is called a triple. And it's what I would call a very well hidden triple. But it is a triple. And that means that we can discount a 2, 5, and a 6 from all of these squares here. And these squares, therefore, must be a 1, 3, and a 9. Since we have a 1 and a 3 blocking here, we know that this must be a 9. And that is a huge help, because remember how we said that one of these must be a 9? Now we have these 9s blocking up. So one of these must be a 9 as well. So we got 9 candidates in these squares here. And that leaves only this square for a 9 in the second row. So here's a 9. This 9 and this 9 block down. And this 9 blocks across. So here's a 9. And we agreed also that one of these must be a 1. Now we took away this square from being a 1. And therefore we can enter a 1 here. This 1 and this 1 block across. Now we know that this is a 1. And that more or less solves this block 5 here, because now the 1 blocks up, giving me a 1 here. Now we know that these are 2 and 6. And therefore, these two must be a 6 and a 9. Look, one of these is a 6 blocking here. The 9 blocks here already. So these must be a 6 and a 9. And guess what? That makes this a 5. And therefore, this is a 5. And we are making some progress. So I said a 2 and a 6 here. Therefore, a 3 and a 9 here. The 3, of course, forces the 9 into this position, and the 3 must go here. So where are we now? 3 here or here? 3 here or here? No big help, but we are grateful for small favors. Here we need to find a 7 and one more, and that one more must be a 6. We have a 6 blocking up, so this is a 7 and this is a 6. 7 blocks across here, 7 blocks down here. One of these must be a 7 blocking across. This 7 also blocks across. So we have ourselves a 7 here. And these were, remember, a 2, 5, 6. This is a 2, 6. The 6 blocks over. This is now just a 2, 5. And a 2, 5, 6 here, of course. But what do we do with that? Nothing for the time being, I suppose. But we can do something here. We need a 2 and a 6. And the 6 blocks, here's a 2, here's a 6. Now we have a 2 here, and a 2 here, and a 5, 6 here, finally. Also a 5, 6 here, of course. So these are all 5, 6s. And don't forget, we have a 6, 9 here. Interesting, very interesting. I almost ignored the 2 that blocks over here, and this 2 that we found blocks up here, so this is a 2. So now we got ourselves a 278, 278 blocking here. So these three squares must be a 278. Therefore, these must be a 5 and a 6. But I'm more interested in these, because if these can't be 278, they must be a 4, 6, and a 5. We have a 4 and a 6 blocking here. So 4 and 6 go in these two squares, and the 5 therefore must go here. And now we can find, I think, a 5 for this square, because we got 5s blocking these two. And this is the only square for a 5 in column 8. Now that solves the 5, 6 we had going on here, like so. And of course, this now is a 6, yes. And that solves the 6, 9 we had. And the 9 we need for this square. And here's a nice looking 1 which blocks down. This 9 blocks over, another 1 goes here. And this must be a 3, I think. Yes. We have now 2 3s blocking down. We have a 3 blocking over, and a 3 therefore goes here. 5 and 7 here, not yet ready to be cooked. 7, 8 here. 2, 7, 8 here. So let's begin with this. This is a 2 because we have a 2 blocking over and down and down. And therefore we know that this is a 2, and these are 7, 8. Here we need a 4 and an 8, and that's easier because the 4 blocks over, here's an 8, and here's a 4. Now we can finally enter a 7 here and an 8 here. That means that this is an 8 and this is a 7, and so is this. Now we have a 7 here and we have a 5 here, and therefore a 5 here. 4 and 6 here, if memory serves. The 4 now blocks over, giving me this 6 and this 4. And this 6, 4 must go in one of these two squares, 4 blocks up. So a 4 goes here, and an 8 has got to go here to complete the puzzle. And that's it for this morning's New York Times Hard Sudoku. Thank you for watching, and bye for now.